Good night.
Ma, I am not gay. I just wanted to get your reaction.
I'll tell you the truth, Dorothy. If one of my kids was gay, I wouldn't love him one bit less. I would wish him all the happiness in the world.
It's because you're the greatest mother in the world.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Alice. Dorothy, this is my show, and I say the correct answer is Cary Grant, just like you see in that fine portrait there.
Mr. Griffin, please. You are the most beloved man in America. You are bright. You are...
And you don't.
Oh, Saturday night kid stuff. Get lucky on a Tuesday morning, then call me.
I guess I'm just not attracted to crossing guards.
Dorothy, a guy sets a folding chair up in front of my house. I want to know more. Oh. Oh. And your name was?
Jason Stillman. Did you happen to see Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes.
Well, I was in the party scene. Audrey Hepburn spilled a drink on me, but they cut it out.
Oh, I mean myself and acted like a real bitch to everybody else.
No wonder we never knew.
These 3 days are killing Rose.
What she needs from us are calm heads.
In case I'll get a boob job, too. I'm not going to the hospital. People die there. They go in, they don't come out.
Ma, that is not true.
I'm still not going.
Sophia, you have to go. You can't just ignore your hernia.
Blanche is right. I mean, right now it's very minor. But, honey, left untreated, it could be very serious. Honey...
Be taken.
No, help yourself.
Thanks.
What can I get you, lady?
How about a shot of self-confidence?
Let me guess. You didn't come in here to drink. You got a problem, you need someone to talk to. Am I right?
That's right.
Then take a quart and call a shrink. This ain't Cheers.
And good luck on running the country.
It's catchy, Rose.
Are you sure you want to go to all that trouble, honey? He'll just be here a few minutes.
Are you kidding? This is the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me.
More exciting than winning the annual St. Olaf Me and My Pet Look-alike contest?
Blanche. And Sophia, I want to offer you a traditional Scandinavian wedding blessing. Gefleckter flaffen, fleffen flöffen, verfetter flingen, verflaffen.
I'm really touched. I'm also soaking wet.
You see, I am 44 years old.
Wow, this is great. I was afraid we wouldn't have anything in common. We're almost the same age.
Rose, you make her sound like an old woman. Actually, she's much closer to my age.
Lorraine, these are my roommates. That's Blanche Devereaux, Rose...
Eek in the barn. My nanny treated me just like I was her own kid. Excuse me.
Is there anyone here who doesn't think she was talking about a goat? Was I scared? It was a long time before he'd accept the situation, and Fred, until he did, I only had one parent. Right now, Mary doesn't have any parents.
You talk like I did something wrong.
What can I say that'll make you understand?
I don't know. Maybe I'm too stupid.
Fine, then maybe...
Really am. No, at first I wanted to give up, to die, truly. Only time I ever felt worse was when George died. But then I had the kids with me, and I pulled through it. This time I thought, well, this is my last chance. This is my last hope for happiness. I just thought I'd never feel good again.
How long is this story? I'm 80. I have to plan.
I called.
I canceled.
What do you mean?
We are not giving away Fluffy, Muffy, Buffy, and Joanne.
Rose, they are non-breeding minks who eat their weight in food every day, Joanne.
We are not giving them away, Dorothy. I mean, this is their home
They
now.
eat their weight in food every day?
When I'm depressed, so do I.
Well, lovely as that sounds, Kenny, I usually skip breakfast. When you reach 45, you have to keep an eye on your figure, if you know what I mean.
Blanche, who do you think you're fooling?
Oh, all right, 48.
It's not what I mean. I mean, what are you doing in this place? You don't belong here.
I most certainly do.
Mr. Rose.
Nice to meet
I'm Sister Blanche.
Nice to meet you, Sister Blanche.
We're here collecting lingerie for needy, sexy people.
I just heard on TV.
Say, Tuck.
I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Well, that's good. It'll keep you on your toes. Too bad there won't be anything underneath them. Okay, we take off in 5 minutes.
Are you excited?
Dumbstruck.
Oh, I know that feeling.
But I can't tell you who it is. Ethics, you know, we have to be quite careful about that. But if this was win, lose, or draw, I'd draw a crown.
What?
That was a hint.
Do you have my test results?
Sure do.
And?
A king.
Pencils down.
Where's everybody?
Just you and me, Blanche. Well, looks like we're finally at the crossroads.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean, I know you've been
That is one of the stupidest stories I've ever heard. Which proves my first impression of you was right.
Blanche, I have an idea. Why don't we invite Barbara Thorndike over for dinner and give her another chance?
Sure, why not, if it makes Dorothy happy? Come on, let's go to the movie.
Way to go, Blanche. Because of you and your lousy advice, I've lost miles.
Well, if you're going to come on with this attitude and tweak my nose, and by the way, don't ever do that again because I hate it, I'm not going to help you. How was your date with Tony? Do you enjoy getting old ladies in trouble?
I'm just trying to help.
You want to help? Be quiet.
I'll be quiet. But just don't close your eyes, all right? Don't close your eyes.
Did you find them? No. Night, please.
Ma, do you mind if we move Scrabble to Sunday?
I'll live.
There's no need to be sarcastic.
No, I mean it. I'm finally going to go out and live.
Oh, no, what is the occasion?
There's no occasion. I just know it's your favorite. I'll get it.
Come on, Ma, this takes 12 hours to make. Now, what do you want?
Nothing. And it takes 16.
Ma, the only time you make lasagna al forno is for funerals and favors. Now, you're not wearing black, so what do you want? Okay? Now, take another. Come on. Come on. Now, how about one more? That wasn't so hard. How does it feel?
So many years inside.
Yeah. Maybe he could explain to me how the three-way bulb works. I've always wondered about that.
I've always wondered about the same thing, Rose. That and what Jane Pauley looks like standing up.
Maybe she can't stand up. Maybe Willard has to carry her hot.
Salvador, if you want to fool around, take off your T-shirt.
It's a chocolate soft drink.
I never had one.
You know what? I bet if we had to, we could do a pretty good job of raising Emily.
Well, I don't know if we'd have the physical energy, but I'm sure it would be a lot easier for us after all we've been through.
What do we...
We'll look into this first thing Monday morning.
It can't wait.
You're right. We'll do something immediately. We'll fill out a form. Must be one in here somewhere. It's okay. Sexual discrimination, sexual education, sexual harassment. Okay.
Do all along. Help me not be scared. I think so. Goodbye, Aunt Gretchen.
Take a seat, lady. This isn't the Copacabana.
Rose, that was get new heroes.
I am going to be a model. There I was, sitting at the lunch counter, and just like Miss Lana Turner, I was discovered. Well, not exactly like Miss Lana Turner.
You mean she was sipping a soda and you were scarfing down your usual lumberjack breakfast?
Oh, Rose.
$1,000. God, life is beautiful.
Oh, now I don't feel nearly so guilty about spending all that money on this leather jacket.
Blanche, I don't mean to be a party pooper, but it looks like they sold you a jacket that someone returned. It's kind of beat up.
No, Rose, that's the way it's supposed to look. It's an aviator jacket.
Please, come on, let's dance.
Ma, you know how I feel. I cannot give you my blessing.
Dorothy, I love you, but if you ruin my happiness, I will put a Sicilian curse on you that will be like hell on earth.
Ma, you can't put a Sicilian curse on your eldest daughter if the mother is marrying a man under five. Doing here?
Oh, there, Michael.
Hi, Rose, Blanche. I was with the band up in Fort Lauderdale. We got a free weekend. I thought I'd swing by.
Oh, it's a shame you missed Sophia. She just left.
Yeah, but she'll be back tomorrow. Go sit down. Tell me, what is new?
Well, to be honest, Mom, a lot. I'm getting married.
What are you two doing up?
It's not important. Go back to bed.
Ma, it's 5:30 in the morning. It's a little early to be selling lunch.
We wanted to get the best corner before Johnny No Thumb shows up with his lunch wagon.
Johnny No Thumbs?
Well, actually, he has several fingers missing from each hand.
But they're ahead of us. But when we pulled up to Bubba's Chapel of Bliss and Tackle Shop, there you were. Well, I was ready for the fight of my life, but all you said was,
This is too funny. I have to get my camera from the car.
Angela, I wish you wouldn't rush right back to Newark after the funeral. Why don't you stay at the house for a couple of days?
I gotta get back to work. I was just promoting.
Go.
to meet with Gloria Steinem and Betty Friedan and Marlo Thomas. They're gonna drink white wine spritzers and try to figure out how to fry your wandering male behind.
Dennis.
Kate, we have to talk.
She has nothing to say to you. Dennis, now get out.
Mom, you don't have to speak for me. Dennis, get out.
Kate.
Ma, he's tired of being a lawyer, so he's joining the circus.
What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, right. One day the man's a lawyer, the next he's a clown. Perfectly natural.
Ma, please, this is hard enough as it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I just tend to get a little upset when people...
Say anything. We're not on camera that much. I mean, we can't let Rose lose her job.
We're back. Let's meet our panelists. Dorothy, a lesbian.
Deep, deep, deep inside.
Listen, when I thought I was moving, I was going to give each one of you a gift. But I want you to have them anyway.
Why, Sophia, how sweet.
Oh, honey, you shouldn't have.
Oh, Ma, this is so lovely.
Scum gathers on your elbow joint. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped page 62.
Listen, Rose, this is not working. We've been here a whole week and nothing has gone right. I'm ready to throw in the wrench and start using the Texaco station down the street.
Dorothy, please, don't.
hungry or suicidal?
Dorothy!
This isn't an ordinary hockey stick. Bobby Hull used this. This is a piece of history.
It's a piece of junk. And the price tag says $4.
$4.50.
I'll take it.
Okay, but listen, before you go, come into the house with me. I'll show you the kind of wood oil that I use.
Cut off their right arm to sleep with me.
I agree with Dorothy. I don't think you'd even still be dating Fidel if another woman wasn't interested in him.
Girls, look, I know it seems strange, but I happen to have strong feelings for Fidel. I can't explain it. Some things in life defy explanation.
Yeah, like...
Boom, 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 boom. Mr. Sandman,
Yes?
bring me a dream.
Report you needed. I know what you've been through, and I'm really very happy things turned out.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Hey! Oh, he's right. You guys were terrific. Thank you for being there for me. And thank you for making me feel you'd always be...
We know. We heard.
Now, honey, don't you be depressed. What you did was wonderful. And it's all because you're such a kind and sensitive and caring person. You gave him back his manhood.
If he can find it, he can have it.
Dr. Elliot Clayton has bonged every female member of the country club.
Can you let that happen to Dorothy? Can you let that happen to little Mei Ling?
Hasn't she suffered enough?
Not as much as I have listening to that story.
Forget this.
Oh, wait. No, honey, she won't budge. Oh, Rose, I don't think we're going to be able to move it.
Dorothy, if the Egyptians built the pyramids, now we can move this toilet.
Fine, get me 20,000 Hebrews and I'll have it out of here.
Oh, come on. They're talking about us, and it bothers me. I know it shouldn't, but it does. I mean, how big a man is shouldn't make or break a relationship.
Not a word, Blanche. Rose, you're involved in a dream. I mean, what's the big deal?
Now, come on, Dorothy. You've come this far. You might as well go through with it.
Yeah, but what if nobody laughs?
Then you'll know how Lisa Bonet feels.
Okay. Who's got number 14?
God, I do.
Okay, sweetie, you're on next.
Avoids wakes and political rallies. So, I'm just going to run, you understand?
But, buddy.
No, I'll write. I will. No, I won't. I always say that. I never do. You take care of yourself, Rose. You respect...
I still can't say I understand what you're doing, but I do intend to try to respect your decision to do it. I want you to be happy.
I am happy, Blanche.
I know.
So are you telling me you are ready to have a brand new brother-in-law?
Checking in, Mom.
You two are sisters?
It's a long, involved, and somewhat sordid story. If you want to get a clearer picture, I suggest you rent the cassette of Chinatown.
Sophia, what's going on?
Terrible. I got the feeling I was the man's first date that wasn't inflatable.
Hey, I have an idea. Dorothy just did something really nice for us. Why don't we do something nice for her? Why don't we buy her a man?
Well, I'm in, and I know just the person, free every Saturday night.
There's ball clubs and nightclubs, all within reach. Dance the samba till morning, then lie on the beach. Each view is a postcard, each day a great time. The cream of the crop, it's the top of the line. Miami, Miami.
Sweetheart, I came as soon as I could.
Things got out of hand down at the dock. I'm fine.
Don't worry. I called Ken. He's parking the car.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Ken is going to save us. Everybody, did you hear that? We'll be out of here in no time.
Come back here.
Well, I see you're right at home in a private jet.
Oh, well, I always try to take a private jet whenever I jet.
And here I thought I was impressing.
We never had a barbecue in St. Olaf after the tragedy.
I guess we have to ask.
No, we don't.
You
did have to go to work. How else could we have paid for the operation?
All I know is I was alone and terrified, and I have never gotten over it. I still have that phobia about hospitals.
Well, it's about time you got over it. Blanche, get the keys to your car. We're taking Dorothy back to the hospital.
Ma, I am not going.
Okay, fine. So you don't want to go back to the hospital?
No.
Jeremy, be serious. Mama, Jeremy's asked me to marry him, and I've said yes. You are happy for me, Mama, aren't you?
Happy, honey. Happy isn't the word for it.
You know what I'm talking about. I didn't take the wrong bus. That dumbass driver went the wrong way, a different way, and you know it.
What the hell's the matter with you? Alvin! Alvin!
It was overpriced. I don't know why Frank Sinatra sings about it. New Yorkers are all sickos.
We could go to Hollywood.
Sure, good choice. No sickos there.
Sophia, honey, please. We're trying to make a very difficult decision here.
Oh, excuse me, not a...
Stan, can you come back tomorrow?
Well, we were thinking about playing bridge.
Oh, Stanley, stop that!
Dorothy, in any event, your part here is done. And I'm going to recommend as the concluding and most important step in your treatment that you both spend at least 2 years apart. No phone calls, no visits, nothing.
Honey, you're getting sicker and sicker.
Just like my heroin, sicker and sicker. Though, of course, my heroin doesn't look like you. This is a romantic novel, not science fiction.
Remind me when I feel better to kick the crap out of her.
Sacrificial dagger. That could prove to be significant. Undoubtedly, the weapon used to kill Mrs. Forsyth. But obviously, her husband was shot.
Then there must be a gun.
South Side?
It's nice to know I have a friend like you who cares.
Dorothy, I have a confession to make. Rose didn't lose Fernando. I gave him to Daisy when she was helping out with the rummage sale.
Well, then there's no problem, honey. Just call Daisy and get Fernando back.
The book
and study. Study.
No game Saturday, Billy. I'm sorry. Everybody, I'll see you at practice tomorrow. Thanks a lot, Rose. You just taught a bunch of 8-year-old boys that it's more important to win than to play by the rules.
Big deal.
Are you happy today?
Oh, my God. We're being bugged. Who is it, immigration?
Ma, what are you talking about?
Happy? I'm happy, all right. Happy to be a citizen of the United States of America.
One way out, Blanche, and I don't think you can hold your breath long enough.
You're just making a mountain out of a molehill.
5 years of molehills. They add up.
Well, I didn't know Doug meant this much to you.
I'm not talking about Doug. This is about you. She asked me for another chance. I gave it to her. I trusted her.
Gonna look our best.
Don't worry, ladies. After Eduardo does a woman's hair, the years melt away. She is transformed into a breathtaking, sensuous, vivacious goddess of beauty. I tried to get all that on a sign, but they charge by the letter. Perhaps we should begin by...
You are kidding.
I'm afraid not. He's a damn fine doctor, too. I wish I were half the doctor he is.
By the way, I'll be performing your surgery tomorrow.
Make a lot of pizza as a kid?
No, my favorite uncle, Uncle Gunter, used to sprinkle Parmesan cheese on his hair.
Why would he do that?
He said it was the perfect compliment to the croutons he taped to his eyebrows. He had a Caesar.
Special lady.
He was loving, he was loyal, he was fun. He never left my side.
I wish my ex had been like Fluffy. Would have solved a lot of problems.
You could have had him fixed.
We were just singing the baby to sleep.
It was waking me up.
Maybe we ought to go out in the kitchen so we can talk, so we can eat.
Better.
Ma, we're sorry our singing woke you.
It wasn't you. I had a horrible nightmare.
Thank you so much for coming. A man as brilliant as you must be terribly busy.
That change of life didn't change her life.
Well, it's no mystery. The minks won't breed because they're too old.
You're kidding.
Isn't he brilliant?
Somebody sold you minks that are too old to breed. They're worn out. They're not interested.
Ma, you okay?
Fine, I'm just trying to make Rose go away.
Whose theory states a young man becomes intimate with his mother to get revenge on his father?
Well, I don't know who said it, but... You're making too much of this.
No, I'm not. Ma, I'm putting my foot down. I don't like this new crowd, so from now on, I want you home at 11.
They're my friends and I like them.
I'm sorry, Ma. This is the way it's going to be as long as you're living with...
Night, please.
Ma, do you mind if we move Scrabble to Sunday?
I'll live.
There's no need to be sarcastic.
No, I mean it. I'm finally gonna go out and live.
Hot sweet, it's the extra dry treat. Won't you try extra dry Rhino beer?
Well, I'm glad to see my mother's illness hasn't upset you all.
Look, Kirsten.
Look, just never mind. How's my mother?
We don't know. They have her in ICU. They're waiting for the surgery.
Oh, not that kind of circus. A herring circus. Sort of like SeaWorld. Only smaller. Much, much smaller. But bigger than a flea circus.
Tell me, Rose, did...
Rose, I came over as soon as I got rid of the guys. Hey, what were you thinking dashing off that way?
I felt awful. That picture was meant for you. We ever.
Great. I'll be back soon.
I haven't the slightest idea who that man is.
Rose, what is wrong with you? I mean, why didn't you just tell him that you don't know who he is?
And hurt an old friend.
Fine, Mrs. Petrillo.
100%?
100%.
Tip top?
Tip top.
Then, Mr. 100% tip top. Why the hell does she feel like hell?
Look, Ma.
Wait, I gotta hear this.
It could be functional.
Functional?
Mental.
Mental. Well, let me tell you something, Mr.
Hi, Ma. What you doing?
Having a toga party.
Never mind. I'll talk to you when you're not busy.
I'm not busy, but do what you have to. Top mental. My daughter may be no spring chicken, and her jaw might crack when she chews. And she may have noticeable trouble digesting raw vegetables. But one thing she's not is mental.
Thanks, Mom. Rose, this is insane. Honey, you have to learn how to say no.
Hey, why don't you just sit down here with us and relax for a while? What do you say we have our usual?
Great idea. I'll get the bowls and the spoons.
I'll get the ice cream.
I'll get the chocolate sauce and the whipped cream. Oh, wait a minute. Did anybody see a piece of paper with some directions?
What's wrong?
Lucy didn't come home last night. Her bed has not been slept in.
Calm down, Blanche.
I'm going to call the police.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sure she'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that can happen to a 20-year-old girl in Miami?
Oh, my God.
Good morning.
Lucy? Oh, for heaven's
Huh?
The best. Going home brought back a lot of nice memories. And at my age, it's nice to have someone to share it with. Oh, I almost forgot. Here, this is for you.
Your antique earrings.
Without exception, stand up for.
But, honey, I'm desperate.
Con Dorothy into it.
Conning Dorothy isn't thought, but I don't know if I have it in me to do all the persuading, all the convincing. And oh my God, is that Dorothy? Or Miss Lana Turner?
Affected your non-rolling meatball?
Hey, just because you have a chin doesn't mean you're Jay Leno.
Ooh, what smells so good in here besides me?
Lasagna alla Sofia. I made it for the Daughters of Italy cooking contest. All right.
Jeremy.
Well, nice to meet you, Jeremy.
It's a pleasure to meet you,
Won't
too.
you come in, sit down?
Thank you. Oh, you have a lovely home here.
Thank you. You seem like a very nice young man.
Oh, he is a very nice young man.
Becky, was she talking to you?
I'm sorry.
Hors d'oeuvres are now being
Oh,
served.
Jeremy, I want you to meet my mother's friends. This is Dorothy, Sophie.
Right here in Miami.
Kate, I could put together a lovely reception here at the house.
And I could take care of the catering.
Well, I have always dreamed of wearing a long white gown and marching down the aisle on my father's arm.
Who said anything about inviting your father?
It wouldn't be much of a wedding without both of my parents.
Girls, the auction's about to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first item before you tonight is a fine example of Greco-Roman statuary. May I have an opening bid, please, of 20? I have 20. Do I hear 25?
Why are these statues always of naked men?
Yeah, here we are, alley number 7.
Oh, number 7? Oh, that's my favorite. I'm so glad we got number 7.
You're not superstitious.
No, it's adjacent to the men's locker room.
Rose, there's been something I've wanted to ask you all day.
Mine are real.
That's not what I wanted to ask you, but that is good to know. Rose, ever since we met, I had a feeling there was...
I have to give back the $25?
Yes.
I don't think that's fair.
Then give me 10 and get out of here. Well, what are y'all looking at? All right, maybe I don't have a date. Maybe my date took one look at me and said he'd rather die with the hands of a peasant and the soul of a poet. Oh, my God, I'm writing already. Somebody take this down.
What is she talking about?
Forget her. Dorothy, you've got to see another doctor. Raymond is not a specialist.
Yeah, but what kind of specialist do I need?
Well, just call up Dr. Raymond and ask him. He'll refer you.
You have to.
Doesn't matter.
Blanche, I admire you. You're a very special woman. But you didn't make a mistake. You were right. Blanche, I'm happy. I like myself. I want to share my life with somebody, but I want to share it with somebody who's as comfortable with me as I am with them. I don't want to go through life wondering if my tie's too loud or I'm using the wrong...
Some talk about us going up to Palm Beach to be in the cotillion.
Oh, that's wonderful, and I'll be back in dancing shape by then.
Well, you don't understand. We've changed our act. We're no longer the tip-tap trio.
Huh? Who are we now?
Well, we're now known as
Mount Pushover. But that place was sacred. Not out here, Miles.
Oh, come on, Rose. I mean, it's not like anybody'd be watching us.
But
The others are just inside.
Yeah, they're right inside. That's what
This coming weekend? Well, sure I can. All right. All right, I'll see you then, Janet. I love you, baby.
Brains in your ascot? Where did you get the idea I was a wealthy widow?
Oh, Jerry Giordano.
I just told him that so he'd take me to bingo.
You are the wealthy widow?
I can't even keep a minimum balance in my checking account.
My regards to your lovely family.
I don't know what you're so upset about.
Dorothy, isn't there anything I can say that'll make you change your mind and come with me?
I'm afraid not.
Look at the brochure again.
Honestly, Raymond, if I went to the Bahamas with you, I would spend the entire...
I've got a job over at Captain Jack's Seafood Shanty.
Why?
I need money.
I give you money.
Big deal, you give me an allowance. Who do I look like, Dennis the Menace?
Look, Ma, you're 81. Now, working all day in a fast food place is too much for you. I absolutely forbid it.
Really, Warden? What are you gonna do, send me back to that crummy old folks home?
Replace her. I mean, this is why she's been on all their dates and asked so many questions. Ever since she found out what her prognosis is, well, she and Marvin have been searching desperately to find a replacement. And the replacement? My mother.
Sophie, I know how much you liked Marvin, honey. I'm so sorry it didn't work out.
You.
God said you'd say that.
Ma!
He said you'd say that, too.
Ma, stop this.
3 for 3.
Ma, this is ridiculous. You don't want to be a nun.
Yes, I do, Dorothy. God reminded me today that I've always had a dream, a very private dream, one I never talked about. When I was growing up, I wanted to join the convent.
Blanche, do you have a minute? Dorothy and I have been up all night working on a song. We'd like your opinion.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think we really might have hit on something.
Oh.
Now I want you to look me in the eye and tell me you're not lying.
I'm not lying.
Sophia, it's for you. He says his name is Tony the Hook.
Tell him I'll call him back. What are you looking at? He's my butcher.
Fine. For us and the livestock.
You and the animals had the same doctor?
Sure. It worked out fine. Until the doctor started drinking hog liniment and tried to neuter the Swenson brothers.
If that's the doctor, tell him I have no insurance.
Oh, the Mother's Days we used to have on the farm. First of all, the kids would wake me up by brushing our cat, Mr. McTavish, against my ear. Then they'd give me breakfast in bed, Belgian waffles and buttermilk. And then they'd paint faces on their socks and do a little puppet show called Elf Kingdom.
What's going on?
Listen, Ma, I want you to be especially nice to Marguerite.
Please, Dorothy, I wasn't brought up in a cave. Actually, I was brought up in a cave.
Listen, Ma, I am serious. You are not to ask her to lift a finger. And if there's anything you need...
Minute, fellas, now no need to rush off like this. It is my birthday. Who wants to be the first one to spank me? Boy, that turned out to be some evening, didn't it?
It sure did.
You know, from that night on, I learned to love surprise parties.
Fine. I can't trust you anymore, and if I can't trust you, then we can't be friends. The relationship is over. Goodbye. I got out in the hall, and I missed you guys already. Please, let's be friends. Oh.
Rose, there's something you know that you're not telling me.
You can ask me all the questions you want. You'll never break me.
So you're not in love with this Eddie guy?
Oh, no, Ma.
Then why are you spending all your time with him?
Eddie's a love machine?
To a T.
Maybe I should have a mechanic check it out.
Oh, Rose, wake up and smell the coffee. An auto mechanic is the last person to take a car to. They only make money if they tell you there's something wrong with it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Boy, where I can buy the best donuts. Of course something is wrong. Dorothy never came home.
Yes, she did. She's in the kitchen.
All right, spill it. I want details.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh, me too. Well, there isn't that much to tell. Eddie? A vet and a rented garage.
Dorothy, don't get mad, and don't hit me if you do. I kind of bought a Corvette without telling you.
You bought a car without telling me.
I couldn't help myself. I was going through a midlife crisis.
So was I.
Oh, being this close to you is the biggest thrill of my life.
If you were any closer, there wouldn't be room for my car keys.
Mr. Hope, could we impose upon you to entertain for a few minutes?
Will I entertain? I didn't put this makeup on to go bowling.
You can't keep something like this bottled up inside.
You're not alone. I have trouble confronting people.
Oh, yeah, right, Ma. Like just the other day when you made the butcher cry.
The man wouldn't trim the fat. What choice did I have?
Rose, when somebody does something wrong and it violates you, you should tell them about it.
She's right.
The light, I'm coming to you, Sally!
Ma, enough with the white light. You are making me crazy.
Well, I'm off to Atlanta.
You're going where?
To Grammy's plantation. I have to see it one more time.
Sweetheart, wouldn't it be better to just let go?
But I can't. It was hard enough.
Is important now. And with them gone, we're supposed to be together in a new way. I saw it on a coffee commercial. I think Taster's Choice. This couple, we're supposed to be like that.
Like what?
Like this couple. They're there, just the two of them, sipping coffee together.
But it was hard to tell since he had such a small part.
Dorothy, why don't you come with us? You'll have a lot more fun.
Besides, that Barbara is so snooty.
Blanche, how can you say that? You hardly know her.
Well, then why doesn't she ever include us in the plans she made?
In the closet.
Angela has something she'd like to say.
So does Sophia.
It sure took you a long time to spell welcome, Magda.
Oh, I thought that'd be too boring. So instead, I decided to depict Magda's escape from Czechoslovakia.
But isn't that barbed wire?
Isn't it amazing what you can do with icing?
Neither rain nor sleet nor dark of night shall keepeth us from our appointed rounds. Amen. I can see you are a non-believer.
I think it's nice that you're trying to quote the Bible.
Good morning.
It sure is, sweetheart. How about some pancakes?
Again? We had pancakes yesterday.
Lillian, you weren't here yesterday.
Here you are, honey. A nice cup of tea.
Lillian, Sophia tells me that you were in the Ziegfeld Palace.
Oh, yes. Those were the days.
You must have...
All right, you ready? Yeah. Okay.
Guantanamera! Juanita, Guantanamera!
It was wonderful.
Oh, honey, this is terrific.
Oh, I'm so happy, and I have you two to thank for it.
You two? Don't you think Arnie should get...
Oh, me too. Look, why don't we just forget the whole thing?
What? No one's calling anything off. It's not our fault the man is sick. It's not our fault the man is getting weaker by the hour. It's not our fault he needs a rare blood transfusion.
Did you say a rare blood transfusion?
Yeah, I overheard the doctors talking. In a day or two, he'll be... Ridiculous. The curse works, believe me. I've used it before.
When?
Baltimore Colts, New York Jets, 1969. Draw your own conclusions.
Dorothy, honey, sit down. Pacing isn't gonna help.
I just can't stop thinking about Ma.
Look at that. Perfect. 98.6.
Yep, that's what it looks like to me.
A 1 in a million shot. How could...
How could they not have given you the job, Rose? Oh, maybe the issue here is one of, oh God, what can we call it? Editorial judgment.
Really? You think so?
Oh, yes, Rose. Yes, I do. I guess it just isn't the story they wanted.
Come to a major decision.
Oh?
And it's a decision that affects both of us.
Oh.
Sit down. Close your eyes, and I'll give you a hint.
Okie dokie. There's nothing I can do, so get that look out of your eye and let go of my hand.
Girls, I am so excited. I just got a big bonus at work.
Ah.
And guess what I've decided to do with it?
What?
I'm gonna have my breasts enlarged.
It's more than life itself. One day, he decides to try somebody else's cupcakes. For lack of a better example, let's say my cupcakes. And I, in a mad, passionate moment, forget myself and let...
And I strutted up to you and I said, may I have this dance?
And I said, the pleasure would be all mine.
And I said, I know it. Oh, those damn eyes. I still haven't seen...
Find out why, while you boys and girls watch another very special adventure of Ricky the Flying Turtle. See you in a few minutes. Claire! Freddie, it's been 16 years. When are you going to learn? Tuesday, it's Mr. Policeman. Thursday, it's Mr. Man.
She started coming to me here, and the talks didn't stop.
And she's not in the closet.
Okay, folks, that's it. Get out or get blowed up.
Dorothy, all my life, she's been helping me all my life. And I just don't know what I would do without her.
Blanche, what are you doing?
If they're gonna blow this place up, they're gonna do it with me in it.
You got a minute?
Sure.
Good. Crochet me a scarf.
Ma, I need to talk to you about Alvin. He's sick, Ma.
What are you talking about? You've never even seen him.
I've seen him, Ma. After you had that fight, I was worried about you, and I stay and talk to Stan. I'm sure you can get somebody.
Dorothy, I must confess I have mixed feelings about calling anybody. There's something strangely provocative about this evening. Oh, of course, I would never have a relationship with both twins at the same time. That would be obscene. Unless, of course, it was tastefully done.
Stan, what was...
Here we go. Good luck, ladies. Dorothy. Dorothy.
So anxious about meeting this guy that Kate's bringing.
Do you think it's serious?
Well, they've been together now for 6 months. It's the longest she's been interested in any man since Paul McCartney.
Kate dated Paul McCartney?
Yes, Rose. They wanted to get engaged, but I insisted that... Ma, could I please see you in the kitchen?
Hurry back, Mama Bear. Papa Bear gets lonely without you.
I think things are going very nicely. Fine, okay, if you think that's best.
Oh, Ma.
So anyway, Dorothy, like I was saying about Grammy's plantation.
Blanche, I cannot believe you.
You said you weren't going to talk about this till later.
I know, but Ma almost died.
Well, she's got her color back, hasn't she? Blanche Devereaux? Yes, that Blanche Devereaux. And no, I did not. Absolutely not. I will tell it to a judge. I will yell it from the highest mountaintops. I will swear to it on a stack of Bibles. Now, did that sound like a liar?
No. It sounded like Jim and Tammy Faye on Nightline.
David, Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that nobody ever hit me before. I think I should go home.
Oh, honey, you can't go home.
This past week without him has just been miserable.
Well, at least you have the comfort of knowing you did the right thing.
Then why do I feel so rotten?
Dorothy, he's married. You have to forget
I
him.
can't just forget him.
Rose, come on. None of us is a schoolgirl anymore. Although, quite frankly, I am sometimes mistaken for one.
Oh, please, Glenn.
Stone, you might as well know the truth. Brooklyn, 1949. We were sitting at this table playing a spirited game of gin.
That's 4 in a row tonight. Your lucky night, Sal.
I hope that'll continue once we get home.
The man buys a new T-shirt, trims the hair out of his...
Are you quiet?
I'm whispering.
I don't mean now. I mean then.
Oh, it's very quiet. I'm very quiet. I don't scream.
Go.
He's a half hour late.
He probably got caught in traffic.
Ladies, I'm on a tight schedule. This is Miami. I've got funerals backed up.
Something about themselves they'd like to change. The trick is getting beyond it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd love to know what it feels like to be the center on the Boston Celtics. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with who I am.
Oh, God, he gives me goosebumps when he talks like that.
Why don't I fix us all some coffee?
A new and fascinating friend. Oh, thank you so much. I'm really touched. Look, why don't I go ahead and get the coffee and let the three of you get to know each other?
Barbara, that is such a stunning brooch. Wherever did you get it?
Oh, I was in Morocco working on a novel, not to mention a dashing young Moroccan.
I have no recollection of Dreyfus since last Thursday.
I have no recollection, period, since last Thursday. Anything could have happened in 3 days. I just hope I'm not carrying Steve Garvey's baby.
Oh, Stan, I went to 3 different stores, but I finally found the stuff you asked for to make you go to sleep.
Oh, wow. Strawberry Quip, you are the best, babe. I'm going to go take a shower. If you could bring me a mug of that stuff in about 10 minutes, it would be perfect.
Dorothy, that man is driving me crazy.
Me too. Another story. I'll tell you about it when you're, about 70.
I'll be here.
So will I, pussycat. So will I.
Solve this problem.
How? You gonna take me to the top of the stairs again?
You think I don't want you here, huh? Well, this is my home, and a man's home is his castle, and in this castle, I'm the king. Capiche?
He's talking nonsense. He must have got hold of the drop in the broom closet.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I want you to move in.
You mean that?
No.
Ah, too bad you said it.
Directions and put it on his linguine instead of in his ear.
I guess if you're an idiot with a hearing problem, you do things like that.
As it turns out, it
Rose, what's wrong? There's another verse.
I'm sorry, but this song always takes me back to St. Olaf in the 60s. And the controversial issue that nearly tore the town apart.
What, Rose? Vietnam? Civil rights? Campus unrest?
Oh, this is boring.
I know how we could make the time go faster. We could sing a work song like they do on the railroad. Just follow my lead. Gonna stuff a chicken.
Gonna stuff the chicken.
Like my mama taught me.
Like my mama taught me.
The crooked plumbers?
Lady, what are you trying to say?
Get out.
All right. I guess you ladies are going into your feminist phase a little late in life. And I'll go. You'll call me back. You know why? Because as we say in the plumbing game...
The nerve of that man trying to intimidate us.
Anchop, St. Olaf's leading shepherd and notary, came to speak. Oh, it was so moving when he talked about his solitary existence with the sheep. No human contact for months at a time. Oh, just building a special relationship with God's simple creation.
I want you to go slow and pace yourself.
That's what I used to tell your father. The only thing he did faster than eat was make love. And in both cases, before I was finished, he'd pat his stomach and say, I've had enough.
I wish you girls would help me get this house ready. Those about showing her daughter her will. Well, Dorothy, she ought to be, because wills make people do crazy things.
Like what, Blanche?
Like killing people. Do you know what they just uncovered in the Duncan Osgood murder case? That the day before she was murdered, Tippy Paxton Osgood had changed her will, making Duncan the sole heir to the Paxton napkin. I got to hug him. You know how I always wake up before I get to hug George? This time I didn't.
Oh, Blanche, that's wonderful.
It was wonderful, Rose. When he died, I thought, oh, the worst part is I'll never get to hold him again. Tonight I did. I could actually feel him.
I'd like to check on my husband, Mr. Karp. Prostate surgery?
Nothing yet, but he'll be fine. I went through it myself 20 years ago.
You had prostate surgery?
What do I look like, a cross-dresser? My husband had the surgery. I was the one who went through it.
They're almost as far off on your age as you are. I wonder how this could have happened.
I know how it happened because I know who took that picture. Chugga Dietz, the obituary editor. I never dreamed when I dropped him he'd be so vindictive. 68! Can you believe that? 68!
Oh, Rose and I used to date one another back home. Oh, we had some pretty wild times, didn't we, Rose?
Oh, did we ever?
Listen, why don't I go get things settled in my hotel, then I'll come pick you up and we'll go to dinner. Oh, we got a lot of catching up to do.
No. It's been so long since I changed a diaper, I figured I'd practice before the baby gets here.
Ah, hello, Martha. Where were you?
I'll give you a hint. The guest of honor had lipstick on her teeth and didn't give a damn.
Who died? My best friend, Lydia.
I'm so... Merci beaucoup, mes amis.
Oh, my, that was impressive.
Jane Goodall once taught an ape to rumba. That's impressive.
Now, I would like to propose a toast to David, who in the past week has proven that he is one damn good kid.
Here, here.
No fun being stood up, is it?
Listen, mister, if you're looking for a quick score because you think I'm down, then you can just think again.
As a matter of fact, I was looking for a little sympathy. Got stood up myself tonight.
Really?
Cross my heart. What's left of it.
Oh, that's not a Steven Spielberg movie. What are they doing?
You know what they're doing. We had that talk when you were 12.
No, I can't believe this. You rented a dirty movie?
Dirty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, maybe that's a little dirty.
I cannot watch it.
Well, that's the silliest thing I ever heard. Feeling guilty for sharing a little kiss with a friend?
Well, see, she's right. There's nothing wrong with kissing a friend.
Or a stranger. Who knows why we acted like we did?
Uh-oh.
What?
The assistant DA Peterson. He's a killer. It's amazing what he does to the witnesses. You think he's getting nowhere, and then suddenly he gives the witness a really dumb compliment, and for some reason it works. They let down their guard and he nails them.
Well, you must have some...
Me, and I love her, and we want to get married.
I'm sorry, Daddy. Seems like every time I'm trying to help you, it just turns out you don't need me.
No, that's not true. The reason Margaret and I came down here in the first place is because we do need you. We need your blessing on our marriage.
1934, I was thinking, boy, am I blessed to have such a precious 2-year-old in my life.
Oh, look. Here's one of us on a bicycle built for two.
I'll never forget that spring day in 1940. I was thinking...
Ma, you're making this up!
Of course I am. How the hell should I remember?
Moving along to item number 17.
A leather jacket recently worn in concert by one of the world's leading musical talents.
Get ready, this is it.
I have a really dumb question. And I have a box of chiclets. What's your point?
How high do we bid?
Hi.
About that. Hi.
Hi, Blanche. How are you?
Oh, never mind me. How about you?
Coming along. The doctor told me to keep my life nice and dull. No more excitement for a while.
Oh.
Oh, by the way,
Sound, and I assure you, she was happy.
Daddy, I have never been happier in my entire life.
Oh, I'm so glad. I was worried how you're going to react.
Daddy, you know nobody can ever replace Mama in my heart. But the important thing is...
Think about it.
Oh, it's so sad. When I was 8 years old, I was just worried about the usual childhood things. How much would the tooth fairy leave me? What would I get from Santa? Would I ever be chosen small curd cottage cheese queen?
The best. Going home brought back a lot of nice memories. And at my age, it's nice to have someone to share it with. Oh, I almost forgot. Here, this is for you.
Your antique earrings.
It's about showing her daughter her will. Well, Dorothy, she ought to be, because wills make people do crazy things.
Like what, Blanche?
Like killing people. Do you know what they just uncovered in the Duncan Osgood murder case? That the day before she was murdered, Tippy Paxton Osgood had changed her will, making Duncan the sole heir to the Paxton napkin.
Sophia is shy?
In an obnoxious sort of way. Look, Angela, I have to get you and Ma to end this. Not for you, not for me, for Phil. I realize now that I was wrong not doing it while he was still alive. Now, come on. Angela, take the first step. What is it going to take? You don't know how much you mean to us.
And I love you. I love all my children. Even Phil? Sure. But don't tell him I want to borrow money.
Hi, girls.
Oh, hi. That was just a coincidence, Dorothy.
Hey, Al, I've been looking all over for you.
really? I don't think I've moved from this spot.